IKEA was among many companies that profited from the forced labor in prisons under the former East Germany dictatorship. Its decision to contribute compensation in the form of a hardship fund might see others follow suit. IKEA and Germany's Bundestag parliament announced Tuesday that the Swedish furniture closure would contribute 6 million, roughly $6.5 million, to a new German government to fund designed to compensate victims of the former East German dictatorship. So you see, this one is just people that suffered during the dictatorship in East Germany. They are discussing after since 1990 to compensate now. But when you come now to talk about compensation or reparation about what these people did during slave trade, the evil, the wickedness that was melted out to Africa, it is a conversation that most of them in the West don't want to talk about. It puts them in the third corner. They don't want to rewrite or set the appropriate record straight, but that's by the side. Thousands of people were subjected to forced labor for Western companies while imprisoned in the former communist East Germany under a system that operated almost right up to reunification in 1990. Many had been waiting for the German division of IKEA to make good on its 2012 promises to donate compensation to former prisoners. IKEA's initial promise came after a report on the exploitation of prisoners in the former German Democratic Republic, published in 2012. According to the report, Western German companies were also involved in German Democratic Republic system of compulsory labor, including the mail order companies Otto and Quell and low-income supermarket chain Aldi. Even Supka, Federal Commissioner for Victims of the Socialist Unity Party of Germany dictatorship, which founded and ruled the former communist East Germany, said IKEA's commitment to compensation is groundbreaking. IKEA's decision to face up to its responsibility for its role deserves respect. Yes, but you people rejecting to accept your role during slavery and setting the record straight, that one is cowardice. This part also very impressive, shows how we can still help those who suffered under the dictatorship even today, she said. IKEA's payment will go into Germany's Federal Hardship Fund, which the Bundestag, the lower house of parliament, is expected to approve by the end of the year. Until recently, compensation funds for victims of the GDRs have only existed in the states that make up the former GDR and pay out several hundred euros per month to resident victims. Those who moved to Germany's western states have not been eligible for compensation, but that's now set to change. The state's victims' pension, currently 330 euros, about $360 per month, is said to be paid out to people who were deprived of their liberty for at least 90 days between 1945 and 1990 in the GDR, in the violation of the rule of law, and whose economic situation is particularly impaired today. Zucker calculated that IKEA's pledge of millions of euros could provide financial support to around 2,000 victims, and she hopes German companies will now also step up and participate in the fund. In concrete terms, I would like companies like Audi and Otto to finally look into this issue in more depth, she said. These companies have so far refused to compensate former forced laborers. In April, Berlin's Humboldt University published a study documenting numerous incriminating cases, though the report has so far resulted into non-consequence. So, on one side, kudos to IKEA. It's good that they have accept the evil they did under the support of the former dictatorship, and they have accepted to pay compensation to these people. This is a wonderful one. Yes, I equally hope that companies like Otto and Audi will do the same. But as a concerned African, I will equally hope that a day will come that the West will accept the evil they did to Africans during slavery and even up to today, and chest it and set our record straight that they stopped our civilization and put the history out appropriately set the right history record the way it's supposed to be, and not pretending that they were the Messiah of Africa, whereby they stopped our civilization. These people interrupted everything that our ancestors achieved and created divisions among us, giving us their so-called evil book that they were used in enslaving our mental capability, thereby hindering us to articulate and reason properly. I'm just waiting for that one day in which they will accept their shortcomings, set the history record straight, put it out that my ancestors taught them everything they are claiming they know today. Yes, it is only then somebody like me will believe that there is really democracy in this world. There is really human rights, because human rights or democracy is nowhere 100%, but they pretend they are doing it.